Welcome back to the gun dungeon, guys. Today we have an M&P Shield 357 SIG. Not really, it is a conversion barrel. All right, so what we have here is a TR enabling drop-in 357 SIG from 40 conversion barrel. This was about 130 bucks on their website. Pick that up. So you just drop the barrel in, use your same 40 cal mags. I'm just gonna run some Full Metal Jacket ammo through it here, make sure that it functions correctly, give you my impressions on it. Honestly, I'm not sure how I'm gonna like a really small 357 SIG in this. So let's just shoot some rounds through it, make sure that it's gonna run, talk about it a little bit, go from there. All right, guys, very first shot, very first impressions. Chambered, let's go. Definitely feel a little more muzzle blast than say a 40 cal seems like. Recoil doesn't seem any more than a 40. Point of impact seems to be about the same to me. Shooting kind of quick, not shooting really for accuracy, but so far running the place just fine with it. Let's load up a couple more mags. I only have the 2. It's very humid out here. My camera got fogged up on me there, so I apologize for that. I'm gonna kind of slow fire and make sure point of impact is about the same as what it was with 40. So. Like it might be just a little bit higher than 40. Maybe a fuzz, not a whole lot. Tell you what, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Recoil may even be a little bit less than 40. It's Full Metal Jacket, so it's hard to tell. But so far, I like it. You know, you hear a lot about muzzle blast from 357 SIG. Of course, I'm wearing earphones, but I can't really tell a whole lot of difference with headphones on. But so far, I'm kind of digging it. Let's shoot it a little bit more. Okay. So, we do have a failure to return the battery. I did use the slide release. Let's see. Let me lock that slide back. That's what it looks like. Oh, okay. Look at that, guys. Now, this is an issue that I have with 357 SIG. This is right straight out of the box. That's the one that we just had. Do you notice a difference? The problem that I typically have with 357 SIG is, one, I'm a reloader. I don't like bottleneck cartridges if I don't have to use them, because you can use carbide dies and you don't have to use case lube, stuff like that. But you also have very little neck tension. The neck down part of the case is all that's contacting the bullet itself. So your neck tension is minimal compared to a straight wall cartridge. To me, that's a little bit dangerous now, because you've got bullet setback, which is going to increase your chamber pressures. So, you know, if you get a round fail to feed with a 40 or a 9 or something like that, typically you can just roll on. It takes a few chamberings or a few issues to start getting any bullet setback most of the time. I'm not going to say every time, but most of the time. Now with 357 SIG and having less neck tension, you do run into that. So, load this. I threw over the hill the one that had the bullet setback. We'll put the other one in here. See if we get that issue. So it's a full mag again. See if we get that issue once again. We use a slide release. Maybe. No, I'm not either. I don't know what's going on here. It's like that. It's like it was locked there for a second. Let me try her again. Okay, we chambered. No failures while running. I'm gonna try this mag one more time. Today's video is brought to you by Vetter Holsters. I'd like to thank them for helping the channel out. Here's one of the products they sent over for me. This one fits my 365 XL with the red dot on it. You see it's cut for that. Also has the claw feature on it, keeps that butt tucked in closer to your body. Another example is this holster for the HK VP9. This is their outside the waistband model. Just look at that cool pattern on that. Excellent retention, great products. So if you want to go help them out, which they help me out, so it works out both ways, I'll put a link to their website below. Go check out Vetter Holsters. So keep in mind, I have not had any issues with this gun using 40 cal and these mags. So take that for what it is. I'm going to leave the slide lock back. Do it just like we did when we had the failure. No problem that time. Going for some of those smaller targets. It definitely seems like it's shooting just a little bit high. Okay, so why would anybody change their 40 shield over to a 357 SIG? So let's talk about some of the possible perks of 357 SIG over 40. Supposedly, the design of the bullet, the shape, will aid in feeding. Did we have that here? Don't know. But theoretically, the shape of the round, being a bottleneck cartridge, it's supposed to aid in feeding, for more reliable feeding. Is that a thing? I don't know. The 357 SIG was designed to kind of replicate the old 357 Magnum 125 grain rounds, which were known at the time as the ultimate man stopper. And that's kind of what SIG was going for when they designed this round. Does it do that? I think it can come pretty close, but keep in mind you are using 9mm projectiles. So again, does it come close to it? Probably. Is it as good as 357 Magnum? In short barrel, maybe. When you get to the longer 4 or 6 inch barrels, I don't think it's going to be able to keep up with the Magnum powders in an actual 357 Magnum itself. But maybe in short barrels it does come close. What are some of the downfalls? Well, you just saw it. Neck tension is one of them. Reloading abilities, it's not impossible to reload it, it's just a pain in the butt. I mean, you can reload it. I just don't like reloading bottleneck cartridges if I don't have to. I much prefer reloading straight wall cartridges. And price, let's just talk about the price of 357 SIG. The ammunition is not cheap. Even the full metal jacket stuff is fairly expensive. 40 is a little bit more available. It is a little bit more affordable. You have more options as far as hollow points and things of that nature with 40 caliber. And you're gonna have the exact same capacity in the same gun as a 40 and 357 SIG. They're gonna have the exact same capacity. So really, this is just my opinion, so all you 357 SIG fans out there, don't get all butthurt on me. Really, I think that it's not very popular for a reason. I think it has a cult following, like, you know, 10mm has a cult following. It wasn't popular for a long time. It was when it first came out. It wasn't for a long time, and now it's getting popular again. Maybe the same thing happens with 357 SIG in the future. But as of now, there's not very many gun manufacturers chambering this round anymore. There's not a whole lot of options for ammo out there like there are some of the other chamberings. And I think that's for a reason. Like, I just don't see a whole lot of the perks for it. But now I have a 357 SIG barrel, and you know what that means? That means we are going to start doing ballistics gel testing with 357 SIG. And that is what you're going to see next week. We're going to test some of these 357 SIG rounds out of this short barrel in clear ballistics gel. And then following that, we're going to put it up against 40 cal in a chicken video. So y'all make sure that you come back. That's what I got for you today. Be sure to be here next week for the gel test, and then the following week for the chicken test. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, guys. And until next time, stay tuned.